What's up, Wolverines? My name's John Michael Quijano.
And I'm Sebastian Kluszewski.
Welcome to this week's episode of Sports Time. Let's get right into it.
Starting off with some Belen sports, our varsity basketball team came away with a nail-biting win against the Gulliver Prep Raiders in a 53-52 Belen win. Our JV basketball team also put up an amazing performance against Gulliver with a 47-30 win.
Football was a thriller. The Boise State Broncos won the Mountain West Conference as they beat UNLV 21-7. The Army Golden Knights won their first American Conference championship as they beat the Tulane Green Wave 35-14. In the ACC, the Clemson Tigers beat the SMU Mustangs on a game-winning field goal 34-31. In the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, who in the preseason Big 12 poll came all the way from the bottom to winning their conference championship. The Sun Devils were led by running back Cam Skattebo, who averaged 10.6 yards a carry and scored 2 touchdowns. Now we get to the big dogs, as the Georgia Bulldogs beat the Texas Longhorns in overtime 22-19, winning the SEC. And in a crazy shootout game in the Big Ten, the Oregon Ducks finished their season undefeated, beating Penn State 45-37. Now we head into bowl week and the first 12-team college football playoff to see who will come out on top.
Some big news in the NHL as the New York Rangers captain Jacob Trouba was traded to the Anaheim Ducks for Urho Vaakanainen, I hope I'm saying that right, and a 4th-round pick with a huge surprise. Some big games as the Tampa Bay Lightning played the Vancouver Canucks and won 4-2. A huge upset occurred when the Columbus Blue Jackets beat the Winnipeg Jets in a 4-1 win after the Jets were first in the whole entire league.
The MLB season has come to an end, with the Dodgers winning the World Series. Now we move on to the hot stove season as we wait for teams to make big moves in free agency and big trades. But so far we have seen some big moves. The first being the power-hitting Jorge Soler signing with the Los Angeles Angels. The Baltimore Orioles add to their great roster, bringing in Tyler O'Neill and veteran catcher Gary Sanchez to support their young, talented team. The San Francisco Giants give Willy Adames a staggering 7-year, $182 million contract. And the big one, Juan Soto. Soto has signed a mega contract with the New York Mets. 15 years, $765 million.
Now, moving on to Formula One. The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix recently took place and it was a memorable one. This was the last race of the season and it was quite emotional for everyone, with many drivers leaving the sport after this race. For Hamilton's last race at Mercedes after the greatest career in Formula One, he went from P18 to P4, an amazing finish for his last race. McLaren's Lando Norris won this race and Sainz and Leclerc finished out the podium with a great race for Ferrari. A great surprise at the end when all the drivers leaving the sport or switching teams all did donuts to show a sign of respect for the sport and their careers.
This week was a monster week in the NFL, as there were some big scoring games. On Thursday night, there was a rivalry battle between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. In a back-and-forth game, the Lions came out on top in a 34-31 victory. The New York Jets took the Miami Dolphins into overtime, but the Finns ended up winning 32-26, crushing the playoff hopes for the Jets. The Los Angeles Rams took down the hot Buffalo Bills. Wait, isn't it cold in Buffalo? Whatever. The Bills were hot until the Rams took them down in a massive 44-42 victory. The San Francisco 49ers crushed the Chicago Bears 38-13. And the Minnesota Vikings destroyed the Atlanta Falcons 42-21, with wide receiver Jordan Addison scoring 3 touchdowns. As we approach the end of the season, we are excited for what's to come.
That's all for this week's episode of Sports Time. Make sure to check out all the Belen socials, and remember,
Stay safe and stay golden, Wolverines.